Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This vlog is not so fun. It's just a bit of housekeeping, I guess. It's just answering questions that people have asked me, and it's all pretty serious. Like, there's a few laughs, but it's nothing like fun. But after this one, I promise it will be back to being fun and just being about what we do every day rather than all the serious stuff. I just felt like I had to get all this serious stuff done so that everyone knows where we're coming from, and yeah, so I hope you enjoy it, and if you do, please give it a like. How are you feeling about your MRI?
And go get it done, babe.
What is your drink?
Alkaline.
Why are you having alkaline greens?
It's a lot of taste of grass.
Okay, so we have just gotten home from Dom's MRI. Dom's having his alkaline greens to get rid of all the acid that they just put in his body, because cancer thrives off of acid. So what happened in your MRI? What did you have to do?
Nothing. They just stabbed me, took me full of shit, put me in a machine, let me sit in there for 40 minutes. Thanks for coming.
So you laid on the bed for 40 minutes with the stuff in you?
At the last 10 minutes they put it in me.
Did you feel it going in?
Yeah, tasted like shit.
You felt it in your taste buds straight away?
You can stir this very good.
And how do you feel since you came out?
Of the closet.
Oh my god. Dom said that he got weighed today. How much have you lost since you finished chemo 3 weeks ago?
I'm 73 kilos.
He's 73 kilos and he was 82 kilos, so he's lost 9 kilos in 3 weeks. You got green shit all over it. So, oh god. So Dom's feeling pretty shit house at the moment, so we're gonna have a rest and then I'll go do the school run and back to it, but it's onwards and upwards from here. Fingers crossed.
Fuck you, cancer.
Good morning everyone, it is Monday morning, it's the 19th of February and today is the day that Dom starts his second round of chemotherapy. So he has a higher dose. He was on 160 milligrams for the first dose, and now he's up to 300 for this week. He's got 5 days every single day without a break, so I'll show you what the tablets look like. And he has had his anti-nausea tablet an hour and 15 minutes ago, so it should hopefully help him not to be so nauseous, and he's, as you can see, still out of it. He's a very tired boy at the moment. This is what he has to have every day for the next 5 days. It looks little, but it's a lot of poison in there. Okay, so I've come outside just to start answering a few of the questions that people have asked me after the first vlog, since I actually posted about Dom's illness at all. So I just wanted to cover a few things at the moment. So I've come outside because Dom is feeling quite sensitive to light and sound at the moment. So there's chickens. So I just thought I would come out here and yeah, enjoy the chickens currently. What? I swear they're never like this. They're not ours, they're the next door neighbours. Alright. What is it with my vlogs and like random noises? Okay, so the first question is, what treatments and how much of them did Dom have? So Dom first of all had his surgery, got the most of the tumour out. They did still leave some in there because if they had taken it all, then Dom would not be very physical at all. It just would have had too much impact on his overall health. It would have had too much impact on his quality of life really. So, and then he started his chemotherapy and radiation every single day for 6 weeks. The only break that he got from that was Christmas Day, Boxing Day and then New Year's Day. Other than that, he was at the radiation clinic every single day, and he had his chemo treatment every single day as well. How did he feel through his treatments? He felt the first week was okay, he wasn't too bad. He did feel very tired after his radiation treatments, but other than that, he didn't get any other side effects really. He got headaches from the radiation. I think they started about 4 days in, and they were instant. So as soon as he came out of that radiation room, he would have a thumping headache, and he would straight away want to go to bed. But again, it didn't start for toward the end of the first week at least, and the chemotherapy, he didn't really get any nausea. He did get some, but that was a few weeks in. It never got to the point where he was physically throwing up, which is a blessing because yeah, that wouldn't have been nice. How does he feel post-treatment? It took him probably a week to start feeling any better at all. He still felt pretty much the same for a week after. Still very lethargic, headaches, and a bit nauseous. His appetite stayed strong the whole way through. So post-treatment, yeah, the first week wasn't good, but then after that he has been pretty good. He's been much more like himself. The next question is, how did you approach the health challenges with Zeke and Chase? Was it hard for them not to see their dad like he was? Yes, it was very hard for them. They were quite distant for a few weeks really. They were standoffish. I wouldn't say scared, but they were standoffish from him. They would still talk to him, but they would look at him like he was injured, I guess, which he was. The first week when he was actually in hospital, they were fine before he had his surgery. After his surgery, obviously he was very sensitive. No one could really touch him, so the boys kind of lost their physical connection with Dom. They couldn't just cuddle into him and play rough like they could before, which is quite sad, and it's quite hard for Dom not to be able to just pick them up and throw them around anymore. The next question is, what have been the significant changes to your diets or lifestyle you have implemented and why? The biggest change for him is definitely taking sugar out of his diet, out of everything. So cancer cells react 10 times as much to sugar than our normal cells do. So any bit of sugar that our body gets, the cancer will thrive off of that sugar. So there's just been zero, not even any mistakes. We have we've made everything from scratch, or Dom's family have made things for us, and they have been trained quite well to now look at packages and things. There's so many things that you wouldn't think have sugar in it, but they really do. Like there's like spices and herbs and things like that. A lot do have sugar in there, even though you're thinking you're having a nice healthy herb on your dinner. You're also putting sugar and MSG a lot of the time on your food, which is not good. The next biggest thing for Dom is gluten. When I was doing my training, I did learn that gluten affected the brain quite significantly. Gluten, dairy, soy is another one that we completely cut out. All of these things are not good for us. If our digestion cannot get rid of things, our body will hold toxins within our bowels a lot more than if we have a nice clean diet and our digestive system is on point. Then we're more likely to get rid of toxins. Another big thing Dom has implemented in his diet lifestyle is a product that helps our cells, kind of, to put it simply, is to work how they should work. So it protects our good cells whilst eliminating our bad cells. It detoxifies our body, and it helps to restore damaged cells and things like that, without encouraging the bad cells to replenish and keep growing. One thing I did learn about antioxidants, it is great for us, definitely. I'm not saying it's not, absolutely, it's amazing. But when you're on chemotherapy, you can't have too many antioxidants, because antioxidants help to save our cells so from anything bad coming into our body. So imagine the cancer cells and the good cells, and the chemos coming in to attack the cancer cells. If the cancer cells are being protected by the antioxidants, which they would be if you're having high doses, the chemotherapy is not going to do anything to the cancer. So we had to be very careful of what supplements Dom was taking throughout his treatment. Once the treatment was over, we have definitely smashed the antioxidants again and trying to get everything bad out of his system since. The World Wide Web is filled with so much information, both good and bad, on treatments and advice for cancer. I imagine it can be very overwhelming. How did you know where to look and what to trust? So there is definitely a lot of information out there on the internet, and a lot of people don't believe in looking on the internet for other alternative treatments. I am pretty good at deciphering the bullshit from the real shit. I guess I just follow my gut, really. If something doesn't sound right, or if there's something a bit dodgy about a website, then I definitely wouldn't go by what they have said. When I look at a website, I will get some key pieces of information. Like, I'll then take out what information they have put into that article, take the information and Google what they are saying, and then see what other websites say about. I read from people who have nothing to gain by giving their information other than helping other people. The next question is, I know you weren't a fan of chemo and radiation. How did Dom go with these treatments? If he could go back in time, would he do it again? I covered how he went with the treatments in the last question. I'll have to ask him that question actually and get back to you. I think he would. He was the one that wanted to do the treatment. I was pretty against it, but I never pushed that on him. I always said he has both choices. He doesn't have to do the treatment. There are other ways, but he wanted to do it. So I think the answer to that would be yes, he would do it again. What is your advice for someone going through a similar situation? To find a doctor that you can trust. There are a lot out there that are just in the system. They're not all doctors are out there to help us. When you're in the system, you do get pushed from pillar to post and told you have to go here or you have to go there, and that is not actually the case. You don't have to do anything. People that are going through cancer, I would say stay positive. That would be my number one. Stay positive and always look toward the future. Enjoy the present and look toward the future. I would also say accept the help. There is always help around, even for people who think that they don't have a lot of support around them. There is always someone. If you reach out to someone, there is always going to be someone that is willing to help you. For people that are caring for people through this situation, which is my point of view, I feel like we have to decipher through everyone's opinions, and I think we have to be very particular with who we listen to and who we don't listen to. I have had a lot of advice thrown toward me, and not all of it serves me. Not all of it sits right with me. You do have to stay true to who you are. I think another important message to carers is never put your weakness on who you are caring for. Many times where I have wanted to just have a massive meltdown and burst into tears because I can't watch Dom going through this. The only thing that is going to do is probably make Dom feel even worse. It's going to put negative energy onto Dom. I do feel a lot of pressure from people, not everyone, but some people ask me how I am and I say I'm good, and then they'll ask me how I am again, like I am meant to fall in a heap, and I feel like it's quite a lot of pressure to not be okay, even though I am okay. I don't know, it's just, and it's really not a nice feeling to have people around that want to see, that I feel like they want to see me fail, or they want to see me not be okay. I really am okay, and that is okay. That's a lot of okays, but you know. What's next for Dom, Michelle and the clan once we get the positive results? We are still waiting for those positive results. It's going to be another couple of months, unfortunately. We're planning to go away on a holiday just up north. We're going to try and live every moment that we can to the max, knowing that Dom might only have a certain amount of time. It definitely makes us look at our own life in a different way. We want to spend a lot more time together, and together as a family, and also with our other family members and friends. We don't want to miss out on things just because Dom has an illness or a disability as such. We don't want to just make that an excuse to not live anymore. We will both continue to try and help other people as much as we can as well. It is what we both love doing. I think we're both here on this earth to help people. So this next question is a question that I have been asked quite a lot in a different way, but I'm going to reword it. So the question is Dom still able to be sexually intimate? Dom was only paralysed through his limbs, so yes, he is absolutely fine. There's nothing changed there, but yeah, it seemed to be a big concern to a lot of people, which is fine. I mean, I definitely would have thought that as well if I was following someone else's journey, but yeah, that's all a-okay. Has Dom changed as a person? He hasn't changed as a person at all, no. He The only thing that's maybe a bit different is his filter that was not really that good before is definitely not there anymore. It's pretty funny, but he seems to have this thing about himself that people know Dom for being the one that will just give you the facts straight out. He doesn't really muck around. Yeah, the little filter that he had before is definitely now gone. He is a little bit, his fuse is a little bit shorter, I would say, but I don't know if that's from the brain damage or if it is because he's more frustrated because he can't really do everything, or he's feeling shit, or I don't know how permanent it is what I'm trying to say. See what I mean by it's all a little serious? I hope you did enjoy it though, and I hope you learned a bit about us. And yeah, I'll see you all next time. Please give it a like and a share, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See ya!